as we continue on, there's one more exercise, and this one is to find different spellings. So I will copy in the exercise, and this is continuing right directly on from the last one, so I haven't cleared my environment from last time. And the question is, how would you match the different spelling variants that people use for the word separate in an imaginary vector example? And I couldn't think of variants for separate, so I actually had to look it up. And it seems like there's a common misspelling with an ER, so that's what I went with. You could, if there's other variants, then you could use that. And then the British American spellings of analyze with a Z and an S. So I start off with the first one, and one of the functions I wanted to use, I think it was the string apply, seemed to require this library. I tried it once and it didn't work, and so I loaded this library and it did work, so I guess that means that it does need it. And then I just made up this text vector string and made sure to use one spelling of separate and another spelling, and one spelling of analyze, another spelling of analyze, and then a second text string, character string with just separate, so that I could pull out both of them. So the first question is to match, and depends on how you interpret finding match, and so that's why I went for string apply. And let's see, so we need the character string, it looks like, and what we want to match it to. So I'm going to start off with separate, and then the variants, we want the options of A or E. So I think I've already run this, but let's just try it and string apply. So as far as matching, it pulls out the matches. Separate, separate, and separate. So the other options of the way to do that are grep. Oops. I'm just going to copy to make it easy on myself. So we want either spelling, and the text vector string, want it to be compatible with Perl, and here's where we can choose whether we want it to show the value or the location. I'm going to go with the value, and this shows that it is in this string. It doesn't show where it is. If we want to see where it is in that, oh, it might just pull out that it is in the first one, it isn't in the second one. Let's see about that. Yeah, so it just says it's in the first one, it's in the second one. It doesn't actually tell us where in the string it is. So if we want to know where in the string it is, then expression, I guess. And, oops, I didn't want to copy the whole thing, but I guess I can use most of it. Let's see, so we want either one of these spellings. We want it out of this character string. And with this, we can see where in the string the first string is located and the length, the match length. So this is how we could pull out the match length if we wanted it. We already know how long it should be, so I still haven't found a particular use myself for that yet. But that's how you would get it if you need it. As far as responding to that question, that should be enough. But suppose we wanted to save those starting locations for working with them later, then I might, oh, I've already saved it when I've done this, so I will just save it again. Then I might unlist this right here, and then this would save, do starting locations, and then I would know the starting location in the first and in the second string. And I'll go ahead and go on to B. And B is finding the matches for analyze. So I'm going to copy most of this, and if I want to find which ones are actually in there and have it pull out the matches, and then, oops, I want to find either Z, S, or Z. Let me run this one first. Lies, unexpected, string apply. When I did this before, I did Z or S, but I can't imagine why that would be wrong. It looks like it just ran part of it. Maybe I highlighted it. Let me try this again. Oh, there we go. So this is showing we have these two matches, and in the second one it doesn't appear. So I am just going to copy it, and if we want to find out which one's it in, does it appear in 1, does it appear in 2, we can see that it just appears in 2. Oh, I forgot I put a carriage return right here. I did it so we could see it, but actually I don't intend for that to be in there, so I'm going to delete it because I wanted it to be just one long line. I'll run it again. Not that it makes a difference for what we're doing right here. Okay. To show the locations, there it is. And if we want to see the actual positions, doesn't appear in the second one, but these are the positions in the first one. And I won't worry about saving the starting locations since we're not working with them this time. And that's where I'll stop.